This goes back to what Hillary Clinton was saying on the intro, bro. She's talking about the government being weaponized against their political opponents. That's what this is. There's going to be some sort of major disruption and division attempt amongst the identity politics because that's all these people can do. All they can do is divide us. All they can do is get us to hate each other. That's their MO because it gets them space to do whatever they're going to do. There is going to come a time in this country in the next 12 months where we are going to have to decide what country we're going to be. Are we going to be a communist country with two classes of people, the ruling class and the oppressed slave class, or are we going to be what America has always been designed to be? That is going to be the choice that we are all going to have to make in the next year, and that's real. Now the door's shut. That's why he did it.
Chair.
Her door's shut.
That was the chair.
That's ruthless. He's a straight killer, bro.
Bro, it was
this
the
is
chair.
black supremacy. He's trying to execute all the whiteys.
Getting all you honkies. Bro, that was a chair.
Trying to kill all the honkies?
That's the chair. That was just the chair. Everybody relax.
DJ's true colors comes out, man. He really is racist. See, the thing about DJ's racism, though, is he doesn't discriminate.
Yeah.
He hates them all.
I hate everybody.
Yeah. I didn't think you try to kill us, though, man.
It was just the chair, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just the chair. Me too.
You gassed me doing the leg press machine before.
Bro, there's a difference between farting and shitting your pants.
I didn't shit my pants.
No, I shit my pants. I couldn't help it. I'm 44 years old, bro. You know not to trust a fart.
I'm like, I didn't know.
Just
I
telling
shit
you.
my pants.
Yeah. There's a difference. All right, we ready? All right.
That was great. No, I shit my pants.
Yeah. I'm not giving you that much credit. All right, bro. Give it to me.
3, 2.
What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists saying goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society. And welcome to motherfucking reality, guys. Today we have Andy and DJ.
Cruise the motherfucking internet.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to cruise the internet. That means we're going to put stuff up on the screen from the internet, and we're going to cruise around. We're going to talk about it. All right? We're going to speculate on what's true, what we think is bullshit, and then how we, the people, got to solve the problems going on in society. Now, I would give you the rest of the format of the show, but I do that pretty much every other show, and since this show is going to get censored anyway, I say, fuck it, let's just do the show. All right.
Yeah, remember, guys, don't be hoes.
Isn't it funny how all of our personal development Q&A really fucking no problem, man. You guys can watch this. The minute we start talking about what's going on in the world, can't see that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Yep. Anyway.
Don't be hoes.
That's right. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Doing better now.
Yeah, cracking open another
This isn't an ad because we already sold them all.
Right.
Can't even get it.
Can't even buy it.
Yeah. I'm drinking now the unobtainable Dreamberry First Form Energy.
Doesn't even
It's unobtainable.
This doesn't even exist right now.
It exists right here, my mouth. That sounds a little gay, huh? Yeah, that's all right. Nothing wrong with being a little gay.
There is a line, all right? No, man. Look, we talk about
all this shit you're not supposed to talk about.
Right. And one of those things that we're not supposed to talk about.
I have to make an apology first. I owe the people an apology.
Yeah.
All right. What do we do before every show?
We watch Kill Tony.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First of all, if you guys at Kill Tony ever see this podcast, I want to be on the panel one day. My goal, I have very few goals in life at this point. I've done a lot of shit. But one of my goals is to become worthy to sit on that panel. That is the funniest fucking show I've ever seen in my life.
It's great.
Yeah. But I have to apologize because I'm watching this show and I've been on here saying, hey, we all need to get along and laugh at each other and all this shit. And I realized that I'm still stuck in 2021. Mm-hmm. And these motherfuckers are straight up taking the message and run all the way to 2024. You got everybody making fun of everybody on the fucking show.
Yep.
It's awesome, dude.
Black people.
You got
black people.
Yeah, you got fat people, you got black
people.
people, you got everybody, the fucking rednecks with their dicks ripped off. I mean, you got every single person making fun of each other and laughing and having a good time, bro.
Everybody's cool.
That's what the fuck America's about. So anyway, respect to Kill Tony, dude. And you know what? I haven't been going hard enough with my humor. I've been holding back on you. I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to stop. All right? Because they are way ahead of us. And I'm over here thinking, you guys ain't ready for it yet. Mm-hmm. And I've been holding back, and so is DJ.
Oh, I've definitely been holding back.
So if you get offended easily, and this is the way you're going to be, tough shit, because I got to catch up to those guys.
Hey, there's a standard to be had.
There is.
And we're going to hold the line.
Yeah. I got to say, though, real talk, that show is hilarious.
No, they're great guys.
Every time I watch that show, I laugh to the point of where I get tears in my eyes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so, but we do talk about things that we're not supposed to talk about. One of those things that we're not supposed to talk about is the plan of communism and how they use useful idiots, right? We talk about this quite a bit, and I can't help but one of our favorite ladies, you all know her and love her, Hillary Clinton.
She's such a peach.
She's so sweet.
She's so likable.
Oh, bro, this video is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about her, but she just warms my heart when I see her talk and I see her face. It makes me so happy,
like a warm peach pie.
That's right.
Yeah. So this bitch, Hillary Clinton. Tucker Carlson is Putin's useful idiot. He's like a puppy dog.
Okay.
Tell me you made the Hillary Clinton list without telling me you made the Hillary Clinton list.
Tell me you're projecting without telling me you're projecting. This woman's favorite book by her own credit is Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. It's one of the communist playbooks. They use the term useful idiots in their way to take over what's going on. If you go read Karl Marx, see, this is the problem, bro.
People don't read.
They don't read.
No.
They will not read shit. They will not read.
Because it's all there, dude. It's all been put there. It's not like they're hiding it from us.
Bro,
it's all there.
It's legitimately a term that they use in the Communist Manifesto. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these are the people who help install communism. And then when
they invented it.
When they're done with it.
Bro, that's insane, dude.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Now, by the way, I know we covered the Tucker Carlson thing on the last CTI. But it is getting dropped tonight. So it's Thursday when the show's being recorded. So by the time you guys hear this tomorrow, it's out.
How hard are they going to go? They might shut the motherfucking grid down tonight.
They might. It's possible. You guys may not even see the show.
Hear this show. we might be to warlord status by tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, so the Tucker Carlson Putin interview is coming out tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. But yeah. So former Secretary Hillary Clinton said Wednesday on MSNBC's Alex Wagner tonight that Tucker Carlson was a, quote, useful idiot, end quote, to Russian President Vladimir Putin. So Wagner said, quote, Tucker Carlson is in Moscow right now interviewing Vladimir Putin, the first American, I'll say, journalist to interview Putin since the war in Ukraine began. What? Hold on.
That's a typo. That's not your fault.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
That's the first time ever.
Listen,
holy shit.
Fuck you.
Bro, that's an actual typo. You didn't actually fuck that up.
I'm reading this shit, I'm like, holy
no, that ain't you, bro. It's them.
I almost understood it. Cause hold on, something ain't right. Let's get to the clip. Here's the clip.
Dude, them.
Tucker Carlson is in Moscow right now interviewing Vladimir Putin.
Right.
Yeah. The first American, I'll say, journalist to interview Putin since the war in Ukraine began. What does that tell you about Tucker Carlson and right-wing media and also Vladimir Putin?
Well, it shows me what I think we've all known. He's what's called a useful idiot. I mean, if you actually read translations of what's being said on Russian media, they make fun of him. I mean, he's like a puppy dog. You know, he somehow has, after having been fired from so many outlets in the United States, I would not be surprised if he emerges with a contract with a Russian outlet, because he is a useful idiot. He says things that are not true. He parrots Vladimir Putin's pack of lies about Ukraine. So I don't see why Putin wouldn't give him an interview, because through him, he can, continue to lie about what his, objectives are in Ukraine and what he expects to see happen. It's really quite sad that not just somebody like Tucker Carlson, who has, as I said, been fired so many times because he seems unable to, correlate his reporting with the truth, but also because it's a sign that there are people in this country right now who are like a fifth column for Vladimir Putin. And why? I don't know. I mean, why are certain Republicans throwing their lot in? Why are, other Americans basically believing Putin? Why did Trump believe Putin more than our 11 intelligence agencies?
I don't know. Do you have a working theory on
I do
that?
have a working theory.
What the fuck?
But it's more than just the political partisan advantage. There is a yearning for leaders who can kill and imprison their opponents, destroy the press, lead a life that is one of impunity, unbound by
What
any
the
laws.
fuck is she talking
There's
about?
a yearning
What they're
among
doing.
certain people in our country for that kind of leadership. And I find that absolutely gobsmacking terrifying.
You should be terrified, lady. Holy shit, you're the biggest piece of shit liar in the history of humankind. All the shit she just said, they're doing right now.
They are doing.
All of them. And by the way, Tucker Carlson doesn't need a contract from Russian media because the motherfucker's going to make 10 times more money than he ever made with Fox because he's the only motherfucker that's out here telling the truth. Why do they not want Vladimir Putin to be heard?
Dude.
Okay? This lady made up a document from Christopher Steele, okay, that was blamed on Russia for 7 years to divide the American public. And now she's on TV talking about how we yearn for bloodthirsty leaders that ruin the media and oppress people and put people in jail. What the fuck are you guys doing? The only reason that anybody wants to hear what Putin has to say is because you guys are doing crazy shit.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane. But
bro, I can't believe that she is, dude, think of how untouchable you must think you are to legit go on TV and say that shit when it's all the shit that you guys have been doing the entire time and just project it out there. By the way, if you read if you read Marx and you read the Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, it tells you in that book to do exactly what she's doing, which is to blame the other side for the same things that you're doing. They talk about that in there.
Mm-hmm. That's their technique.
So she's bro, this is insane. And people are so misinformed and so uneducated. Who do you really think there's many people that actually believe her?
No.
You do? You do?
I'm not at this point. No, I think if you'd
I think there's a lot, but I don't think there's nearly as many.
No, I don't think there's that many.
You agree with that? Yeah.
But I want to take this time, dude, because she talks about useful idiots. I feel like let's show you what an actual useful idiot looks like, and I think we take this time to do that. So this headline reads: Watch, KJP tries to shut down Fox's Peter Doocy for asking why Biden talks to dead people. You seen this?
No.
Okay, let's watch this clip.
And how is President Biden ever going to convince the 3/4 of voters who are worried about his physical and mental health that he is okay, even though in Las Vegas he told a story about recently talking to a French president who died in 1996?
I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole with you,
Why-
sir.
What is
We're
the
going to
rabbit
go.
hole?
Go ahead.
He said
go
he
ahead.
talked to Mitterrand.
Go ahead.
in-
You saw the president in Vegas, in California. You've seen the president in South Carolina. You saw him in Michigan. I'll just leave it there. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a useful idiot.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, I don't think she's even the useful idiot. She's in on it. Okay? The useful idiot is the person who believes all the propaganda of the media, of the government,
and advocates for it.
of the big pharma industries. Okay? They believe all the social movements. They believe all of these things. They believe that the media is telling the truth. The government has their best interests. Pharma has their best interest. They believe that COVID was 1,000% real. J6 was 1,000% real. Ukraine was 1,000% in our interest. The Middle East is 1,000% in our. They believe everything that the media tells them to believe and then get activated around it. That's what the useful idiots are. They believe all the social narratives, all the propaganda, and then they call everybody else a fascist, not realizing that fascism is the coordinated effort between the government, the media, and the biggest companies on the planet to oppress the common person, which is them. And they don't understand that whenever the revolution happens, the revolution they're fighting for, that they want, the redistribution of wealth, the
universal basic
income, all this shit. If all that shit came to pass, okay, and we talked about this when we had Curtis Bowers on the show, who did Agenda and Agenda 2. He's dedicated his life to communism. What these people don't understand is that once that communist revolution is locked in place, they are the first people that are killed because they will not fucking work. They will not contribute to the common interests. They think they're going to sit on their couch all day and viva la revolution, and bro, they're going to kill you.
Yep.
And like we're over here, fucking common sense people saying, hey, this is what this is. And those people are like, fuck you, fascist. Those are the useful idiots, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought it was funny though. Like, I mean, she's like, well, you've seen him in South Carolina. You've seen him in all these places. I got a clip. Let's watch what he looked like.
We know what he looked like.
Some of those places.
The beer brewed here, it is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder why it's called.
Makes sense.
Yep. It makes me completely confident in this guy. Let's watch it one more time.
Let's give him the nuke codes. Oh, wait, he's already got him.
Yeah, right. No shit.
The beer brewed here, it is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder why it's called.
Could you fucking...
You know who I feel bad for? I feel, because, like, every time the president speaks, there's a report, like a type.
Has to type that shit out.
That has to type that shit out.
What do they call that guy? The court reporter?
Stenographer.
Stenographer. That's right.
No.
Stenographer. That's what it is.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that person.
Yeah.
Because, like, could you imagine having to sit there?
No.
And be like, what the fuck did he just say?
Dude, they got a fucking private stenographer Facebook group. And they're like, I got Joe Biden today. Oh,
like, bro, that's got to be a very painful job.
Bro, come on, man.
Like,
you know they just
sitting there.
Bro, you know what they do? They just try to, they're making the decisions. They're like, I think he said this, and they just put it in there.
Have you ever gone, like, okay, so you can go to whitehouse.gov and you can actually pull the transcripts. Like, you can see it, like, you can actually see what the they typed when they did
I guarantee
this, bro.
you,
It was literally just like.
They are on the spot bullshitters. They gotta be, because there's no way to interpret that.
Oh, man. All right, man, let's get into the show. Guys, remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them linked there. With that being said, headline number one. Let's get into the top talk of the day. Supreme Court. Supreme Court justices indicate they'll keep Trump on 2024 ballot in landmark case.
Oh, this came out today?
Yeah.
Really? What'd they say?
Yeah, so let's dive into it. So, we covered it. The appellate court turned him down. And like I told everybody, all that does is just fast tracks it to the Supreme Court. And so let's dive into this article. So a clear majority of the Supreme Court's 9 justices signaled Thursday that they would overturn a Colorado ruling barring former President Donald Trump from the state's Republican presidential primary ballot. So there's 2 cases they're taking up. This is the first one that comes from the Colorado kicking Trump off the ballot, right? And then the case that we talked about the other day is, I believe they're turning on Monday. They'll start reviewing that one. So this is about keeping Trump off the ballot and if the state has the power to do it. So the former president, 77, and his lawyers were appealing the December 19th decision by Colorado Supreme Court that found Trump ineligible for the March 5th GOP contest by virtue of violating the Constitution's so-called, quote, insurrection clause during the J6 2021 Capitol riot. And it's everywhere. Now, I want you guys to look at the language that MSM is using in these headlines. This headline reads, "Justices appear hostile to Trump disqualification effort." Or this one, "The Supreme Court sounds broadly skeptical of efforts to kick Trump off ballot over Capitol attack." So they're not going for it. In more than 2 hours of arguments, both conservative and liberal justices raised questions of whether Trump can be disqualified from being president again because of his efforts to undo his loss in the 2020 election, ending with the J6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. The primary concern was whether Congress must act before states can invoke the constitutional provision that was adopted after the Civil War to prevent former office holders who, quote, engaged in insurrection from withholding office again. Now, there were also questions about whether the president is covered by the provision. 8 of the 9 justices suggested that they were open to at least some of the arguments made by Jonathan Mitchell, Trump's lawyer at the Supreme Court. Trump could win his case if the court finds just one of those arguments persuasive. Only Justice Sonia Sotomayor sounded like she might vote to uphold the Colorado Supreme Court ruling that found that Trump, quote, engaged in insurrection and is ineligible to be president. The state court ruled Trump should not be on the ballot for the state's Republican primary on March 5th. So what exactly is Trump's attorneys arguing? Trump's attorneys argues before Supreme Court that criteria for insurrection was not met. Quote, "The Colorado Supreme Court concluded that the violent attempts of the petitioner supports," Justice Ketanji Jackson asked Trump's attorney Jonathan Mitchell, "in this case, to halt the count on January 6 qualified as an insurrection as defined by Section 3, and I read your opening brief to accept that those events counted as an interaction. But then your reply seemed to suggest that they were not. So what is your position?" Mitchell clarified that, quote, "We never accepted or conceded in our opening brief that this was an insurrection. What we said in our opening brief was President Trump did not engage in any act that can plausibly be characterized as insurrection." Quote, "So why would not..."
There you go, another one.
Bro, what the
2 in the same show.
Is it me? It's not me.
No, that's not you, bro. That's
so
them.
why would not be an insurrection? I'm assuming, why would that not be an insurrection?
Shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
They're out to get you today.
They're trying to get me down, bro.
That's right.
Fuck, I just want to read.
That's fucking racist. These guys are fucking racist.
Oh man, fuck. What is your argument that it's not? Your reply brief says that it wasn't because, I think you say, it did not involve an organized attempt to overthrow the government, Jackson asked. Quote, "So that's one of many reasons, but for an insurrection, there needs to be an organized, concerted effort to overthrow the government of the United States through violence. And this," Mitchell was interrupted by Jackson. So the point is that a chaotic effort to overthrow the government is not an insurrection. Quote, "We didn't concede that it's an effort to overthrow the government, either, Justice Jackson. None of these criteria were met. This was a riot. It was not an insurrection. The events were shameful, criminal, violent, all of those things, but did not qualify as insurrection as that term is used in Section 3. And Trump's pretty happy about how it went. He's quoted saying, "I think it was well received." Trump argues, among other things, that the clause doesn't apply to him and said he thought the presentation of his attorney, Jonathan Mitchell, made in front of the Supreme Court was, quote, "a very good one." Anyway, what do we got on all of this?
I mean, look, dude, there's like 3 times the amount of firearms in the United States than there are in every single country in the entire world combined. Okay? So when we think about what an insurrection is and what these little pussy bitches think one is, they should think twice about what that actually looks like, because there are 400 or something. How many guns in the United States? It's like 400 million. It's some crazy amount.
Yeah.
It might be more than that. What is it?
494 million.
494 million. How many guns are in the rest of the world?
I know it's bigger than all the military.
No, it's 3 times the size.
Yeah.
I read a stat on it just like 2 days ago. Anyway, it's irrelevant. The point is,
we got a lot of
there's fucking
guns.
500 million guns in this country. There's fucking basically what? 2 guns for every single citizen in this country. And by the way, there's a whole political group doesn't own any guns. And then, so that means all 500 million of those guns are on one side of the political aisle and in the middle. Okay. So when we think about what an insurrection would actually look like, that should be considered in the conversation.
I think it should.
Not because a bunch of little weak, disgusting people that come out when violence is going on with their Nerf pool noodles and shit and their trash can lids think that it's an insurrection. If it was an insurrection, you'd know it.
You wouldn't be here right now.
No, you wouldn't, bro. They couldn't stop it. There's too many people, there's too many guns, and the military would be incapable of fucking doing shit about it. That's the honest to God's truth.
Yeah, and
okay?
everybody knows that.
Hold on. So if we're going to call an insurrection a bunch of people who showed up to support President Trump, regardless of what you think of President Trump, as some sort of, and dude, we could break this down, all the bullshit, right? All the FBI involvement that's, been allegedly shown, and then the videotapes that are with hidden, 12,000 hours of footage, J6 prisoners, not a single one charged with insurrection, okay? This was a intimidation tactic to keep people from protesting the last 3.5 years. And it's worked. That is why they put the domestic terror list out. And it's worked. It's kept people in check. And now people are to the point where they're like, and this is just reality. And I'm not saying violence is the answer, but I am saying that if this shit continues, violence is going to be on the table for a lot of people in this country. And dude, so when we talk about what an insurrection actually is, that's not an insurrection by any definition of the word.
No definition in history.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Is that an insurrection?
And these people, this goes back to what Hillary Clinton was saying on the intro, bro. She's talking about the government being weaponized against their political opponents. That's what this is. That's why they put fences up around the White House for 6 weeks when they did the inauguration. That's why Nancy Pelosi said no to 20,000 troops to come regulate the crowd on January 6th when they were having that rally.
That's why they scanned the troops that were there to make sure that there was no bias towards
bro.
Like,
listen,
so
dude,
that went down.
They're guilty as fuck of what they did. Dude, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and you can say whatever you want. They stole the fucking election. They know they stole it. It was highly manipulated, and they did everything that they could to fucking protect themselves and get him into office. And now they're going to do everything they can again to steal this next election. You guys don't realize it yet, but they're going to do it. And there is going to come a time in this country in the next 12 months where we are going to have to decide what country we're going to be. Are we going to be a communist country with two fucking classes of people, the ruling class and the oppressed slave class, or are we going to be what America has always been designed to be? That is going to be the choice that we are all going to have to make in the next year. And that's real.
Yeah. Dude, they didn't even bring up the tweets that got deleted. Like, to me, that's that solves it all.
Bro, the guys on Twitter, I don't care what you think of them. The guys on Twitter, while it's going on, saying, hey, go home, don't do this. We go home, blah, blah, blah.
Be
they
peace.
Delete his Twitter account.
Now, why would they do that?
Because they don't want people to see it. It's the same reason they don't want Putin to be on fucking TV.
Yep. You can leave no
Bro,
trace.
these people are completely exposed. The emperor has no clothes. They're completely corrupt. They're acting in their own interests, not in our interests. And they know they're exposed, and they continue to push because they realize they are exposed. So I would expect them to get a lot more aggressive with their pushes. And we, the citizens, are going to have to decide where the line is. And I can tell you this, because, dude, you guys can imagine, I get a lot of messages from a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are way more aggressive than I am.
Well, I mean, speaking of hard pushes, bro, did you see the shit they did to Bolsonaro in Brazil?
No.
They raided his house and then now they're accusing him of espionage and a coup.
Yeah, they're going to try to kill him.
They took his passport.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I mean, like, you talk about pushing.
They're going to try to kill him.
They're pushing.
Bro, the Brazilian people, all those millions of people, they cannot tolerate this.
No.
Like, these... And I know a lot of you guys are in Brazil and you listen. You cannot tolerate that, bro. You cannot let them kill that dude. Your country will be ruined. You cannot be cowards. You cannot stay home. You cannot let this happen. You can't do it. Eventually, at some point very soon, citizens across the world are going to have to decide how much more are we going to take. That is something that is going to be very difficult for people to decide because there could be real sacrifice there. But these people are all full committed on globalism. They're all cooperating with each other. They're all working in a global coordinated effort, and they will stop at nothing to get what they're trying to do. That's the truth. So what are you going to let them take from you? Are you going to, that's where we're going to have to come to in terms of our decision making.
Yeah. And these are useful.
Yeah, those are useful idiots. This picture we're showing right here. Let the reckoning begin. Trump is a traitor. No, the you believe are traitors.
Bro, these people have to have a mask on, man.
I actually feel sorry for people that still wear masks. I've been to a couple restaurants in the last couple weeks, and there's still waitresses and shit wearing masks. And dude, those people are psychologically abused. Mm-hmm. They were psychologically abused so hard that they can't even feel safe in public.
Yeah,
it's up, man.
Sad, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. That being said, let's head to the cruise comments.
Yeah.
This comment comes from @BrianHolder423. He says, first episode back listening after 4 weeks. As soon as I heard, quote, cruise the MFing internet with no censor, I knew this was going to be a good one.
Yeah, we're done with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're over here. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys the real shit, okay? YouTube came to us, asked us to put the fucking show on video, which has been a net positive. All right, I'll say that. They promised us that they would not censor our shit. Promised us. Like I had, what we have?
Well, did they offer us money first?
Hold on. They offered us a lot of money.
Yeah.
To come, it was a special promotion they were doing to get audio pop, because my audio listenership platform is much, much, much bigger than video. Mm-hmm. Okay, we just started video. We've got what, 450,000 subscribers. Yeah. We just started trying on YouTube a year ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, so up until then, it was random videos posted once in a while. And so we've had some success. It's been a positive. I think the show works well on video. However, they have not upheld their end of the bargain. They made it extremely hard for us. We spent the first 6 months with our channel dinged and all these fucking things. And they made us start bleeping words out, cuss words, this, that, the other, to even get in the algorithm. And if you notice, this is why our personal development shit rockets off into space and our CTI shit doesn't.
It's very obvious.
Yeah.
I think that's actually that happened because we didn't take the money, because you stood strong on your values, and we were like, well, shit, what if they do that?
But we did fuck up where we started trying to fucking, start playing their game a little bit. Yeah. We shouldn't play their game. No, none of us should.
Take us off.
Yeah. So occasionally there will be a few times where I might drop like 30 F-bombs and we might bleep them out for the sake of like little kids in their house and stuff.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I'm done with these people. They lied to us. They told us they wouldn't fuck with us. And they do. Mm-hmm. And so it is what it is. So if you guys like the shows, please share them out. That's why we ask you to share the show.
Super important. So, and even Randy Kinsella agrees with you.
That is not me.
No, bro, that's you. I don't want to hear that shit.
Look, dude.
Everybody in this room got to do that shit. That's you.
That is me, but it's not me. Bro, I don't get in the comments on the internet, dude. I don't do that shit. I don't get in the comment section. I'm beyond that shit, bro. Like, it is what it is. People are going to like me. They're going to not like me. I'm not going to argue with people. I think my body of work speaks for itself. I am what the I am. If you don't like it, that's okay.
If you do,
pinkies up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it is what it is. I'm not doing that. I got too much other shit in real life. This is one of the reasons I don't fucking post anymore, because I would get so many comments. I'd be in the comments talking to people. It would take 2-3 hours of my day.
Trying to think you can respond.
Yeah, I think I might start posting again though. I'm thinking about posting again in my actual feed on Instagram. For the main reason of I want to give these young entrepreneurs a visual understanding of what real entrepreneurship looks like, because I feel like the internet has gone a weird direction in terms of entrepreneurship culture. And Hermosi's been telling me this, dude. Alex is such a good dude, and I fucking love him, dude. He's fucking brilliant, especially for being 10 years younger than me. But he's been, on my ass. He's been trying to goad me. He's like, bro, I'm gonna smoke you if you don't start. He started to talk that shit, but I love him for it because, dude, what he wants is people to get the benefit, and
he understands the value there.
Yes, yeah. And it's I think he's getting through to me because he's been hammering on me for like a year on this. And I think I do have an obligation. You know, I say this a lot. I talk about the obligation for successful people to show their success, but I don't show my success like I used to. You know what I mean? Because it makes me feel weird, dude. I'm a normal dude that's just worked really hard. You know what I mean? But that is like more reason why to show it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to come off as one of these turds that just, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
It's like a hard thing for me to do. But anyhow, I think I am going to start posting because I think the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah.
So
it's a net positive.
Yeah. I just want to start telling stories again about my journey and what I think is relevant to people. And, you know, I might like just make the comments, you know, or turn the comments off so I don't have to deal with them or whatever, right? Or make the comments people I follow just so I don't have to get in there and fucking talk to people all the time. And no offense, it's not that I don't want to talk to people. It's I don't have the time.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, we appreciate you being real ass fans.
Hey, you guys let me know. Like, should I start doing that again? Would you guys enjoy that? You follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go hit me up on Instagram. I'm active in my stories every day. But yeah, dude, I'm starting to feel an obligation again. Yeah. Like I feel like these young bucks got to see, you know, that it's worth it. It's fucking worth it, man. Like, yeah, it takes everything you got and it takes a long time, but the payoff is there if you keep going. Yeah. So,
well, guys, let them know.
Yeah.
Let them know what you guys think. With that being said, let's get to our second headline number 2.
This shit is gas, by the way. Bro, how the fuck does anybody drink more than one of these?
Yeah, bro,
there's dudes in this building that
What did you tell me yesterday? Stop being a pussy. And they would play that fucking clip.
What?
I'm like, Andy, I already got like this one. Oh, no, you just being a pussy. Down there.
Did I say that?
You did. Play
okay,
it
well,
right
I take it back.
Plug that shit in.
All right, fine. That's fine. I can take it. I can take it. Why don't you crack it open there?
Because
do
I already
a live
got the
taste
citrus. I'm like...
Well, you're afraid of a little extra cap? What are you, a pussy?
I'm balls deep in caffeine right now.
Fucking pussy over there, man. Double up, double fist those energy drinks like a man.
Do it?
Yeah. Get some more tattoos and shit, too.
Damn, that pop loud.
Otherwise, you're not a man. All right, well, I retract my statement because I am gassed out of my fucking gourd with this shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Bro, I can't do more than one of these, dude. Like, I don't know how all these young guys in here do this shit. Like, how the do you guys do that shit? Do you drink this shit? It's too much, isn't it?
Dave drinks like 5 of those a day.
Who?
Dave.
Mullis?
Yeah.
Does he?
He drinks like 5 of those.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Not 5, like 2 or 3.
Really?
Bro, that motherfucker drinks 5.
Fuck, bro. He's zooming around. I mean, the dude's everywhere. Bro. I bet he gets 100,000 steps a day. He goes over there. He goes over here. He's fucking everywhere. He's here. Listen, Mullis is the fucking man. I'll give him that. Mm-hmm. He's also the coolest guy I know besides me.
Mm-hmm.
He's tied with you. And you too. We're all tied together. How about that? But not in a homosexual way.
That sucks.
Not in a kidnap way either.
He said that sucks. Guys, let's get to our second headline. Headline number 2. Headline number 2 reads:
Dave's easily the best photographer on the planet.
Oh, that's undoubtable. No, you can't argue with that. He has. I mean,
he's a good eye.
You wouldn't think shockingly, he has great eyes.
Shut the up, dude.
For photography.
He's good. Anyway, we love you, Dave. On with the show. DJ's a bigot.
Guys, headline number 2. Headline number 2 reads: Trump set to sweep the Nevada caucuses after Nikki Haley's embarrassing loss to no one.
Bro, this is great.
Bro, how do you lose? Listen.
Just tell them because not everybody knows, so you got to do it.
How do you lose to nobody?
Explain it.
So, Trump set to sweep Nevada caucuses after Nikki Haley's embarrassing loss to no one as senior advisor Kash Patel reveals how she got trounced by ex-president even though he wasn't on the ballot. Let's dive into this. So Donald Trump is preparing a second victory in Nevada as he heads to Las Vegas for the caucuses Thursday following his symbolic win on Tuesday. Republican voters in the battle-born state selected none of these candidates at a 32.9% higher rate than opting to vote for Nikki Haley in Nevada's primary election. So even Donald Trump's team was shocked by the amount of Nevada voters willing to cast their ballot for no one instead of former UN Ambassador Haley, who is the final primary competitor for the former president. Kash Patel, a senior advisor to Trump, told DailyMail.com during an interview in Las Vegas on Wednesday that Haley, quote, overshot by thinking she could avoid campaigning at all in Nevada and still win the primary on Tuesday. Quote, maybe you wouldn't have got trounced by no one if you showed up and put in the work, Patel said of Haley's campaign. Quote, this is emblematic of the whole entire thing. Like, where do you go with that? You, the billion-dollar candidate, lost to no one. We convinced 45,000 people to circle, quote, none of the above. That's insane, he laughed. That's better than write-in candidate levels. So Trump was not on the ballot, okay? And the people of Nevada had a choice to make. They had a couple options. They could go with Nikki Haley. They could go with none of the above. I think it was all the options.
No, there was like a bunch of like
no-name people. Yeah, there was a few no-name people.
Well, that's embarrassing as fuck.
63% of the votes went to none of.
Bro, imagine being one of her donors.
Yeah.
Imagine being one of her donors, giving her millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars you're not going to get back because she ain't going to win.
No.
All right? And you keep giving her money. They keep running ads in all these places, and she keeps getting her ass beat.
Well, that's the thing, too, that most people don't get, too. Like, with these campaigns, right, like, the candidates, they're making money, not directly, right? But all that campaign money comes in, whatever's not spent at the end of it, or whenever she decides to quit, they send that to a special PAC, which then goes right back to Haley. She's going to make some money off of this shit.
Yeah, dude, listen.
And to me, at this point, it's almost like you're running a
it makes
scam.
you wonder why she's still going.
Like, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, when I watch what's going on here with this, at first I'm like laughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, yeah, dude, this lady's getting killed everywhere she
But
goes.
it's obvious.
Nobody likes her. And the more she goes, the longer she goes here, the more people are not liking her.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gaining ground. She's losing ground.
Where's the sportsmanship of just bowing out?
Because, dude, I believe there's a bigger plan here. You know, Vivek has been talking about how, remember when Vivek came out and said, hey, there's a bigger plan here. It's Nikki Haley. She's the controlled op. Mm-hmm. She's one of them. And, you know, you guys say whatever you want about Vivek. I've talked to Vivek quite a bit. I like him. I think, you know, he has some past situations like every single fucking human in the history of Earth has. But I think he's a genuine patriot, and I think he's very intelligent. Mm-hmm. And I think his assessment of the situation is correct. Because when we look at what's happening with Haley, there's no reason for her to stay in unless she knows something that we don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
because she knows the polls.
Yeah.
She sees the fucking.
Dude, what I'm saying is, so what is she counting on happening?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would people continue to give her money? And by the way, some of her donors are also big, huge Democrat donors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she does not represent conservatism. And by the way, I'm not a conservative. I'm a middle-of-the-road person. I have some liberal beliefs. I have some conservative beliefs. I would consider what I am closest to, if we're going to put a label on it, libertarian.
I knew it.
Well, yeah. Oh, I am. I don't agree with some of their stuff too. I think I have better policy ideas than what they have.
Sure.
And I think their organization is very weak because some of their policy ideas are so outlandish that the regular person cannot grasp it, which is what makes it hard for them to gain traction. But I would say if I identify with a group, I identify with those guys. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I have liberal social beliefs, which a lot of you guys listening disagree with, and that's okay. That's what makes America, America. But I have conservative fiscal beliefs. And unfortunately, I side with the conservatives completely now, even on the social issues, because I've recognized the slippery slope that has been created by socially liberal ideals. Mm-hmm. So we have to have some correction to move back towards common sense so we can have some structure and civility amongst our country. And when I look at Nikki Haley and she runs as a Republican or a conservative, bro, she is none of those things. Mm-hmm. She is an establishment pawn that is in there to fleece America as hard as she possibly can. She's going to continue with these like Joe Biden doing all these things, do these wars and the inflation, all this shit. She's going to do the same shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and people got to stop voting for people because they're a woman or because they're black or because they're this or that, and start voting for who's going to do the best job for you, who's going to make your household run better. And I think most people are starting to understand, yeah, dude, when Trump was in office, I had a lot more money. I had a lot less stress. My life was a lot better. And ultimately, I think that's what's going to swing the vote in favor for Trump. But unfortunately, I don't know that the vote's going to be enough. I don't know. I mean, I'll put it this way. I will be shocked. And I mean, when I say shocked, I mean completely fucking shocked if we don't have a major COVID level disruption in the net between now and November. Because remember, dude, this is February. When did COVID happen?
It was like March.
The beginning of March.
Yeah.
Okay. And then all of a sudden the world was completely different. And so I believe they have some, and I've talked to the options endlessly on the show, you know, war, pandemic, cyber attack, whatever it is, illegal migrants revolting, right? There's going to be some sort of major disruption and division attempt amongst the identity politics, because that's all these people can do. All they can do is divide us. All they can do is get us to hate each other. That's their MO, because it gets them the space to do whatever they're going to do. And so when I see what's going on, dude, I would be shocked if just a vote puts Trump back in office. I would be completely fucking shocked by that. That's my personal take. And that's why I think Americans need to decide what they're going to tolerate. Are you going to stand by and watch people legit pull a coup in our country? Or are you going to stand up and say something and do something about it? That's going to be a decision that we're all going to have to make, in my opinion. Because I don't think just showing up and voting, even if it's fucking clearly obvious. Like, bro, when we went and voted, when you and I went and voted together, every single, and I'm talking about in 2020, every single person there was a Trump supporter. All of them, bro. It was like a party, okay? And I will say, we're in Missouri, okay? So that's not abnormal. But St. Louis has a lot of Democrats. We didn't see any.
No.
In fact, we talked to a number of people who said, I've always voted Democrat. I'm voting for Trump. So we'll see, man. But that's just what I think.
Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let's know what you guys think.
She doesn't represent anything that we the people need at all. She has no...
There's so many, like, there's so much evidence of, like, blatant contradictions that she makes. Like, she says this, but then you go back 4 years, she's saying
listen,
this.
You got to remember.
And don't give me that people can change bullshit.
Remember this, bro. Being president of the United States, like, little kids grow up with that dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that grow up with the dream of being president for no other reason than they just want it for themselves. They don't care about doing the job. They care about being called president. And this is actually a good entrepreneurship lesson, because good CEOs and people who win, they don't give a fuck about being called CEO. They don't care about being the leader. They care about getting the job done. That is what the greatest leaders of organizations, of teams, of countries do. She is not one of these people. All right. And I'm not sure that any of these people are entirely aligned that way. But eventually we have to get America back to a point where the people who are leading this country are solely fixated on the best possible outcome for our country. Not because they're the man or they're the president or they're the most powerful leader in the world. That position appeals to a lot of people with, you know, crazy amounts of ego, because they want to hold that power and they want to be, quote unquote, president, you know? And so we have to consider that, bro. She's just one of these people. She's just one of these people that wants to be president so bad. She gives no fucks about any of us. And we need different kinds of leadership, man.
That's real shit, man.
And dude, people will say to me, when I say that, they will always get, the people who hate Trump will say, oh, you're going to say ego? Look at Trump's ego. Yeah, I know. I think that's a fault of Trump's. I think Trump's ego is a fault of his. But it also requires a massive ego and a big set of balls to do that job the right way. And when you consider what this man has given up to become that, bro, this guy, people don't understand this. When you're at his level and you're worth billions of dollars, you get to do anything you want. There's no limit. There's no restrictions. And if most of you had those resources available to you, what would you do? Would you give all of that up to go get attacked and get berated and get harassed every single fucking day? Would you? Like, honestly, dude. Like, would you? And I think, so when we look at Trump, and I agree, I can understand people have different opinions of him, but that's what I see. Because I've experienced a little bit of that in my life. I've built some things. I have pretty much no limits to the things that I can do personally because I've dedicated my life to business for the last 25 years. And because of that, I have a lot of freedom. And to trade that freedom and say, I'm not going to live this life anymore, I'm going to go instead get my balls kicked in by everybody, that's, in my opinion, that's respectable as fuck. Mm-hmm. And so I can look past the ego issue and some of the other things because I think out of all the people that are available to us, he's got our interests in mind the most.
Yeah.
And some of you may disagree with that. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the history books will show different. But that's how I read it.
Yeah. Guys, let's get to our third and final headline. Headline number 3. Let's check in with Congress. Okay. Because they didn't do too good. I think they fucked up. All right. But it's okay because I got something for that. So headline reads, House GOP fails to impeach Mayorkas over boarding handling. So yeah, they didn't get him. House Republicans high stakes gamble to impeach Alejandro Mayorkas just barely failed on Tuesday, an embarrassing political setback for an already embattled majority. The articles of impeachment against the Homeland Security Secretary failed in a 214 to 216 vote after 4 Republicans sided with Democrats to oppose recommending Mayorkas be booted from office. But Republican lawmakers quickly predicted they will bring it back up once Majority Leader Steve Scalise, who is undergoing treatment for blood cancer, returns. Quote, "We'll bring it back. The guy deserves to be impeached," said Homeland Security Chair Mark Green from Tennessee, who has led the effort against Mayorkas. So the count was initially tied after Reps Ken Buck, Mike Gallagher, and Tom McClintock voted with Democrats against impeaching Mayorkas. Republicans, including Green, spent several. See, bro, that's 3. Spent. Look at that shit.
Damn, dude, they're getting you today. This is racism.
Jesus.
How's it feel,
bro? Listen.
How's it feel to be the victim of real racism?
I'm offended for me.
Yeah, I'm offended for you.
Thanks.
This is bullshit. We're gonna go march around the building.
Jesus, man, this is crazy.
Let's get a march going.
Spent several minutes huddled with Gallagher on the floor in an apparent effort to change his vote. One person close to the conversation, granted anonymity to speak candidly, said members argued to Gallagher that he would be inviting strong blowback from the base. So these guys know that the people want him out. It's very obvious that the people want him out. And yeah, they sided with the other side. But like I said, so I mean, okay, they didn't do that. They did something good, right? Our Congress, our people that are elected to represent us, they did something good. U.S. Senate advances wartime aid package for Ukraine and Israel.
Jesus, man.
Yep, completely leaving out the border.
This is insanity.
So the Senate on Thursday.
These people should all be removed from office.
Immediately.
Every single one of them, dude. Every single one of them. They are not acting in the interest of this country. We are not at the peak of power and prestige and great economic situations and wealth and strength. And we're still pretending like we are. And we're sending dude, these people are stealing our fucking money.
It was a $115 billion bill, right? That included Ukraine, Israel, some foreign aid stuff, but importantly, $20 billion directed towards the border. Because they couldn't pass it, they redid it. The only thing they took out was the border deal. So it's still a $95 billion emergency bill that the U.S. Senate is advancing and pushing through.
Do you not remember when Trump could have finished the border wall for $5 billion when he was in office and they wouldn't fund it?
They wouldn't do it.
$5 billion. We wouldn't even have this issue. But they're sending hundreds of billions of dollars to these other places that you and I and most of us will never, ever, ever fucking go.
Oh, he's going tomorrow.
I'm talking about us,
the
people who are paying for it.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, guys? Like, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about paying all these taxes and seeing all this money go all over the place except here?
What's your community look like?
Yeah, for real, dude. What's your streets look like? What's your downtown look like? What's your homeless situation like? Because I can tell you here in St. Louis, it's not great. People are hurting. People are struggling. People are, I mean, dude, in dire need of a better situation. And I feel like this is across the country. And yet these people who are completely out of touch, who don't give any about you or me or any of us out here, they don't have any problem going out there and sending all of our money all these other places. They do not care if we don't like it. How is that a representative government? That's what this country was built around. Taxation with representation. And they are not representing us at all, but yet they are taking from us at every chance they can get. How do you guys feel about that for real? Because that's got to be something that we can all find common ground around, is the misuse of our tax dollars, the overtaxation of us, the financial oppression of our own citizens for the gain of 500 to 600 people in Washington, D.C. How is that okay? There's nobody that's okay with that. Mm-hmm. The only people that are okay with that are people who do not have a job and do not pay taxes. This is why people who do not pay into the system should not be allowed to have a say on how the system operates. They should not be allowed to vote. If you have a job and you're 15 and you pay tax, you can vote. I can respect that. I respect that a hell of a lot more than some person who's 35 years old who's waiting for the government just to fund their existence and them voting our government away and our systems away to their benefit while we all, the regular people out here trying to work. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Or vote to make it harder for us to work.
Yeah, bro, that's what they vote for. Mm-hmm. The whole game is to get every single person that they can to buy into the idea of a socialist situation where wealth is distributed. And so what they want to do is they want to take the wealth of the people who work and they want to make equity and equality happen, equality of result, not equality of opportunity. Mm-hmm. America was and is supposed to be equality of opportunity, not equality of result. But they get these people to vote, and what they're trying to do is shift enough people over to that side so they have a permanent base of people who do not pay into the system, who are actually calling the shots of the system, and then they can come in every 2 years and promise you more free shit, and they'll continue to get voted for. Mm-hmm. That's their whole play here. Their whole play is to get enough people from the working class to be unemployed and accept the idea of government assistance that they will continue to vote for the people who say, we're going to give you more government assistance. And eventually what's going to happen is, and this is described very detailed through a very long book that you can go on Google and summarize, called Atlas Shrugged. They talk about this. When the producers stop producing because it's not worth it to anymore, do you know what happens to those people? The rest of those people over here right now they're on the left, who all want free shit, they starve. Because the producers are always going to produce for themselves. Mm-hmm. Like if I said today, hey, fuck this, I'm done, I'm closing shop, I don't care, it's not worth it because they're taxing me to death, they're making me jump through all these hoops, I don't care anymore, which will happen eventually. We will come to a time where it's not worth it to stay in business because it's too hard, because the government's taking too much. And we're almost there. Like it's almost at that point. You ask any business owner, small, medium.
No, we are. Like, yeah. According to the data, it's like 40% of eligible workers aren't working right now.
Yeah. So when that happens, those people, they'll go home and start a garden and they'll be armed and they'll handle their own shit. And if you come on their property, they'll put a fucking hole in your head. Okay, that's what'll happen. Those people will continue to survive, and the rest of the people who have continued to vote for this dependent state will starve. And this is what happens in every single communist revolution in the history of time. There are books about it. There are lots of books about it. But people don't read books anymore. They only look at TikTok.
Books are racist.
I'm just saying, man, like people don't understand what's about to happen. The minute the government makes it too hard for private businesses to be around and not provide jobs, most of these people will starve. They will fucking starve. It will be called a famine, which happens in every single communist revolution that's ever happened in the history of time.
And that's why it happens.
Yes. It happens because the people producing the shit are like, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called Atlas Shrugged, because Atlas is the guy with the world on his back, and that's the entrepreneur class, by the way. And eventually, when it's not worth it, they shrug and say, it, and the world crashes, and they keep going.
Yeah. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumbest. Andy, you like saunas?
Who?
Saunas. Like a sauna. I
Oh,
know you like
sauna.
you like the cold plunge.
No, not really. I like the cold plunge, but the sauna, I've struggled with bouts of AFib, where it's like an irregular heartbeat.
Yeah.
For some reason, when I go in the sauna, it gets irritated, so I don't do it. Why?
No, well, I mean, because that's what a thumbs up's about.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Yeah, sauna patrons dressed only in towels pulled two from a car that plunged into Norwegian fjord.
What's a fjord?
It's like a little canal.
Okay. Like a creek?
I think it's bigger than a creek.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's bigger than a creek.
We got a video?
Thank God we don't.
Okay.
Because we're two older guys.
So they did a sauna and then went right in the plunge.
And then, no. So a car, let's just dive into it. So not all heroes wear capes. Some don't wear anything at all. With only towels around their waist, patrons aboard a floating sauna in a Norwegian fjord rescued two people whose car had plunged into the water. The car appeared to have driven off the quay on Thursday at the Akershus Stranda.
I approve. That's exactly what it says.
An area where ships dock at the foot of the Norwegian capital's Oslo picturesque medieval fortress and castle. A witness told the Norwegian VG newspaper that he saw the car stopped before it suddenly accelerated and ended up in the water. The paper reported that the driver had thought the vehicle was in park when he hit the accelerator pedal. As the car went down, the two occupants escaped and were on the roof of the vehicle as the sauna raft headed towards them. Nicolai Nordsdahl, the skipper, told VG that, quote, I gave full throttle towards the people who came climbing out of the car and reached them just as the car went under. Quote, with good help from two of the guests, we got them up. They warmed up in the sauna, he said. The wooden sauna rafts that operate on the fjords in Oslo are electrically powered, allowing people to take part in the much-loved Scandinavian pastime in peace while enjoying the natural beauty of the area and perhaps taking a dip in the icy waters. The car was later recovered from the water. Okay, so question. You crash your car.
I crashed my car?
You crash your car.
I'm driving?
Yeah, you're driving.
All right.
I'll be in the passenger seat.
Where are we driving?
I don't know.
It's your pick.
Fucking Buick? I don't know. Oh, like
out of all the cars, you're gonna pick a fucking Buick? See, this is why you don't have cool cars.
Buicks are coming back.
Nah.
Buick's not that bad.
If it's a 71 Buick Riviera boat tail,
yeah, that's what I meant.
That's cool.
That's what I meant.
Okay, so we're driving that.
That's what I was talking about.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
All right, I got it. All right, DJ's got swag, see?
So we crash our car, all right? We're in an icy lake or a fjord, and two butt-ass naked old men jump in to save you. You gonna let them save you?
Yes. Yeah. Are you?
Fuck no.
What?
No, bro. Come here, hold my hand. Dude, is that your dick? Like, no.
I don't give a either, bro. I'm not dying in no fjord.
So you let these guys come rescue you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, dude.
Hot, sweaty old man balls.
Whatever it takes. That's my motto. My motto is whatever it takes, that's what we got to do.
Why is your dick hard? It's just
I mean, I would create separation as much as possible. But I'm just saying, like, if I was drowning and
he has to
four
give you,
naked
like,
dudes jumped in and they all had boners and they got me to out of there, I'd be all right with that. Real talk. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Shit.
What? Is that
There was
gay?
a Tesla that went down too, by the way. Go figure.
Well, I'm just saying, dude, you're fucking full of shit.
No.
Yes, you are.
Don't. I can swim.
Bro.
I can swim. Do not touch me. If you're a butt
You
ass
are
naked,
full of shit, dude. You're drowning in the cold ass water in fucking Oslo, Norway.
And these guys
Yes.
come to save me. Don't touch me.
You're so full of shit.
Let me drown.
That's a lie. That's a motherfucking lie.
Down goes DJ.
This is a lie.
Make a t-shirt for me.
Okay. This is a lie.
Long live DJ.
Hey, this has to be the poster tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm all right, man. I'm all right, but I'm glad they're all right. You know,
Yeah.
they did survive. But
You're
yeah.
so full of shit, bro.
No, listen, dude, listen.
You're so full of shit.
You know, so when I went to
hold on, go back. That's a picture of the forge.
Yeah.
Go back. So this is like a river.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot bigger than like a creek.
Is that the
It's like
sauna there in that little gray thing?
Yeah, that's the sauna right there.
Damn, dude. So these guys got floating saunas on the cold water. So and a ladder going in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing the sauna and the cold plunge
yeah.
like in nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, naked old man balls.
I mean, I would put some swimming trunks on, but that's just me.
Dude, so I went to when I was going to UMSL, we had this they had the whole with the fucking workout facility and everything, right?
Yeah.
And they had this like sauna in there. And so I got workout in, and I was like, I'm gonna go sit in the sauna, right? Now, and this is like my first experience with the sauna. And I go in, and there's this old man. I mean, the dude was like, he was fucking 130.
Yeah.
Okay, and
we all know this guy in the gym.
In
the gym locker room. Yes.
He
dries his stuff with a hairdryer.
His balls were hanging.
Yeah.
Like, he was bare balling it it's a wooden sauna.
Yeah.
And there was just
bacon.
Right? And like they're so like they hang so low.
That's what happens when you get old, I guess.
This gets up, scoots over, he's like, "Oh, sit here. Your ball imprints are right there." I just walked out, bro. I can't do it.
You're so full of shit.
I swear to God. The true story. Swear to God.
Bro, we all know that dude in the gym locker room.
Yeah. It's an old man blow drying his balls.
There he is. Okay. Do you follow Joey Swole on the internet?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
Joey Swole, he's a fucking great dude. He has this page where when people go on in the gym and they shame other people in the gym, right? And so like sometimes these dudes will take videos in the mirror or pictures in the mirror of the old guy. We all know every gym has one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every gym has the old guy who walks around just straight up naked.
Butt ass naked.
Yeah. Does not give a dries his balls with a fucking hair. He brings a hair dryer in his bag just to dry his balls.
Mm-hmm.
We all know it. Like we all have the guy at the gym. But dude, I agree with Joey. You shouldn't be putting that shit on the internet, bro. The locker room's a sacred place. Quit people.
Mm-hmm.
This gym culture of I'm gonna make fun of people in the gym, bro. A lot of people don't know what they're doing in the gym. A lot of people, it takes a lot of courage to go to the gym. We shouldn't be shaming anybody for being in the gym, even if they're acting a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Like drying their balls. Maybe we're missing out, dude. I've never tried it.
I won't let you.
Hold on, bro. I might be missing out. We might be missing out, dude. You know what the thing is? You get smarter as you get older.
What's the point?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good stuff. Maybe we're missing out.
Does he put it like on cool, or because
I don't know.
Cool, medium, hot?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a little hair dryer.
Use Emily's hair dryer.
Dude, I don't know what Emily's got, bro. She's got all kinds of sophisticated equipment. I'm not sure how to use it. I just need one of them fucking ones you plug in the wall. It looks like a gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a thing, bro. Like this is DEFCON 5 operate. I don't know how to do all that shit. So I need like the basic thing, on, off, hot, cold, cool, on my balls.
No, it's just
Yeah. I'll try it out and let you guys know.
What are we giving this, man? What we got on
I give it
this?
thumbs up, man. These dudes
Thumbs up?
saved lives, man. They're like doing good stuff. This is good for humanity. I like it. You don't like it?
Oh, yeah, everybody survived. Thumbs up.
Yeah. All right.
Just don't save me.
You're so full of shit.
Don't save me. Guys, Andy, that's all I got, man.
All right, guys. That's the show. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.